All right, so your borderman NJ to the city. I literally just, I don't want to say pinned, but more so typed the latest essay of latest article of Away From You. That article has to do with, again, part of the state of today's culture and society. Purity, godlessness, godliness, religion, you name it, let alone as the intro of it goes. One of the top reasons why I stay around the community supporting the kids the way that I do as a big brother to them is because I want to help in taking away from them their excuses to act out, taking away from them their excuses to sin, taking away from them their excuses to just do, stupid stuff, garbage stuff, ridiculous stuff, petty stuff, etc., etc. One of the top, campaigns, marketing campaigns for next school year, if I can control it, if I can, make the moves to make it happen, will be around, not just around Nice, but around pretty much every school that I can spread my tentacles to, and so on. We're going to have a big marketing campaign for all you younger freshmen out there, and so on. Really all the kids in grade school in general, but specifically definitely around the middle school, high school age range, and so on. Because I mean it when I say I'm not here to try to, God is my holy judge and witness. I'm not here to try to preach that I'm the holiest that you'll ever find, that, and so on. Now, to become more Christ-like is always the goal, but I'm not here to tell you that I am just, the most holiest that you'll ever find right now or possibly ever. But what I am here to do is I am definitely here, as the article states in the first paragraph. I'm here to take away as many of these bonehead, brain dead excuses, from these kids, so they can stop thinking that, for example, if you're a freshman and about to become a freshman in high school, take these excuses away so they stop looking for reasons to act out. I mean it when I say God is my witness, all the change that we can enact on our culture, for the rest of, for the rest of time and space, and so on. And I just know that if I can be a leader in some of that change, and by gosh darn it, I'm gonna do that. I I have the mind set forward, even though I be hoping half the time someone else do it instead of me, and so on. But I have the leadership for it. I have the character for it, etc., etc. But I do be sometimes be hoping that, like, someone else just do it instead, because maybe they can do it more synchronized and organized than I can, I guess. But I know that from what I can control, we're going to do this throughout the summer into next school year. We're going to stop. We're literally going to stop these kids in their tracks when it comes to sin. It's like pretty much, if I can even analogize it. I halfway made that up. If I can halfway analogize it, if you know football, professional football, let alone college and NFL, you would know of programs like Georgia, Alabama, Florida, programs like and then just jump to the NFL. Teams like the Patriots with the hashtag Patriot Way, where it's pretty much leave your ego at the door because Bill Belichick don't need you, you need him. And similar to a Alabama with Nick Saban. Nick Saban don't need you, you need Nick Saban, and so on. So when it comes to leaving your ego at the door, it's very similar in this case, with these kids and going back to school in August. If we can train these kids to leave their sin at the door, we're about to do that. Train these kids to leave their sin at the door. You coming in this school, you're gonna act like you know something, about right from wrong, let alone just how to treat your neighbors. God is my witness on the marketing campaign of the layout when it comes to this. But the fire, the passion burns inside of me, especially as I'm thinking about the article that I just, typed up, Away From You. That is one of the top reasons that I exist in the community in general. Because if I wanted to just sit at home and just watch Netflix all day, or sit at home and just watch mostly sports. I really watch more sports than anything. But if I want to just sit home and just play video games all day and etc. etc. Just pretty much just mind my own bleeping business 24/7, I could. But that's the problem with with the situation. I don't, because I know that this life and my life is more than a video game. Is more. I love writing raps, which I'm doing right now. Before I started this video, I know my life though is still more than writing music. It's still more than a TV screen. It's more than electronics. It's more than the immediate vices that are around me to entertain myself. It is about the impact and influence that I can constructively make on others, let alone kids, and so on. And so we are definitely going to go off on this aggressive marketing campaign for next school year, because I mean it when I say this. Uh, if I can help as many kids, religiously and non-religiously, I'll try to phrase it the best way I can for the merch that I make on it. But if we can help encourage these kids to leave their sin at the door when they walk into any given school, let alone these high school, and so on. We're gonna do that. We're going to, and if you don't want to use the word sin, we can just encourage these kids to leave their immaturity at the door, and so on, of any sorts. Then let's do that, because I mean it when I say I am not about to keep. I'm done pretty much giving anybody. Now I understand some kids are, and I understand kids are kids, but you got to understand, and you got to, adults are adults, but you got to realize this, ladies and gentlemen, that there's so much, if not most of your life, if not all of it, that you can control the outcomes of. You know what I mean? You can control whether you say this, how you act like this, you go here, etc. So much of it you can, if not all of it, you can control. So with that being said, because God gave you free will, take as much of that free will and make less mistakes, sin less, and so on and so on. You understand what I'm saying there? I'm being the dumb real, dead honest. Whatever we can do next school year to get these kids in the shape of what the heck they're going to school for, because I don't stay around as an active alumni supporting these and other schools for nothing. This is one of the top reasons why I stay around. To get these kids away from their sin, get these kids away from their, I want to say their immaturities, their mistakes, whatever words you want to throw in there. But really to help mature these kids, another blatant way of putting it, just help mature these kids from the earliest of ages, so as they rise up in stage, they'll be more, prepared to break out of those cages. Yeah, I just said all that just to rhyme, just to purposely rhyme with it. But I think you understand what I'm saying. I want to train these kids at the earliest of ages, so as they rise up into those stages, they're no longer a prisoner for sin in those cages. Exactly, and so on. A better way to clean it up. And I'm being real. Something in my spirit as I'm making this video says that's what I should do next school year. I need to make a massive marketing campaign to help these freshmen understand what is required of them when they walk into any school, let alone these high school. Vice versa in the middle schools and so on. We're going to do something. We have to do everything and so on. The reason why I say that is because I am not, if I can help it, I'm not going to let kids just think that, particularly high school in this sense, it's just some 4-year, do whatever you want, raise as much, misery, garbage, bullying, etc., favoritism, bias favoritism. You get what I'm saying? No, take for your 4 years and build a legacy that counts and matters for something bigger than yourself. That's what we're teaching these kids in 2022-2023 school year. And I absolutely will be working this summer to make a massive marketing campaign around this, because we got to do something. And absolutely, if I'm the head honcho for it, then let me just do my job, and work with people, because I want what's best for these kids, and what's best for them is not sin. What's best for them is Jesus Christ. Let alone what's best for them is to become more mature, so they can make less mistakes and live more life, happy, healthy, and so on and so on. God bless you, brother man. NJ to the city out.